In this video, I will show you how you can increase your credit score by just simply paying your rent. What's up, winners? My name is Nam. If you're new here, welcome. Here we talk all things personal finance and credit. Start out by subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. So there has been more and more lenders that are taking a look at your FICO 9 credit scores. So if you guys are not aware, FICO is the only credit scoring model that you should be paying attention to. The credit score that's still being used most today is FICO 8, but more and more lenders are starting to use the newer version, which is FICO 9. This is the first FICO scoring model that takes into account rent payments. One common credit union that I talk a lot about on my channel is Navy Federal, and they use FICO 9. More and more credit unions are starting to pick up on this as well. So if you guys do pay rent, why not get them to report to the credit bureaus so you can build credit at the same time? Now, the first one that I will be covering will be the Bilt MasterCard. So with this credit card, it is probably the best credit card out there if you want to earn rewards when paying rent, pay no processing fees when doing so, and at the same time, build your credit by getting your rent reported to the credit bureaus. Now, unlike other companies that I will be reviewing in this video, your credit score will be checked and it will be a determining factor whether or not you get approved. So just keep that in mind. The reason why I like this card is that typically credit cards are not always accepted for rent payments. And if they are, they usually come with heavy processing fees. Bilt helps you avoid these fees. If your landlord does not accept electronic payments, no problem. They can send checks, pay via ACH, PayPal, Venmo on your behalf, and you can still earn rewards on that. With Bilt, there are no fees to pay your rent with this card. Now, let's talk about the rewards. You earn 1x points up to 50,000 points per calendar year. So if you were to value each point at 1 cent, it will cost roughly around $500. You also earn 3x points on dining, 3x points on travel, and 1x points on all other purchases. The biggest drawback with the reward system is that you must use your card 5 times each statement cycle to get rewards on your purchase. As a travel card, it is fairly decent. There is no foreign transaction fees, plus there are a lot of travel partners. Now moving on to our next company, which will be Experian Boost. So what Experian Boost is a feature that can help you increase your FICO credit score by adding on-time payments for bills such as utilities, mobile, video streaming services, and rent. How this would work is by simply connecting your bank account or credit cards that you use to pay your bills to your Experian account. Then Boost will search for your eligible payments. They would then allow you to verify any payments that you want to add, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So to dive a little bit deeper on the rent portion, the only way that this would work is that if you were to pay eligible landlords or property managers through a rent payment platform, you are going to have to make at least 3 residential rent payments within 6 months, with at least 1 occurring within the past 3 months. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys would not have a problem doing this since rent is an ongoing bill. But one thing that you have to know about this program is that it will only affect your Experian FICO scores. This will not be reported to any other of the 2 credit bureaus, but this is a pretty good program for anybody want to hop onto since it is 100% free and it does not cost you a thing. The next one on the list will be Boom. This company has tools that allow landlords and renters to help build credit. They allowed renters to increase their credit score by reporting on-time rent payments to all 3 of the major credit bureaus. This allows you to report ongoing rent payments, past rent payments up to 24 months prior, or both. Since this tool is not a loan or a revolving line of credit like credit cards, it will get reported on your credit as other. So what this means is that this does not impact your debt to income ratio or your utilization. If you were to get your credit pulled by a lender, this should only benefit rather than harming your credit application. Now, let's break down the costs. To get started, you have to pay a one-time $10 enrollment fee. This is just required to cover any verification costs. If you wanted to just report ongoing payments, this will cost you $2 a month, but they would charge you for the whole year up front, which comes out to be $24. Unfortunately, there is no way of just trying this out for a couple of months. If you want to report past payments, which I highly recommend, this will cost an additional $25. This is not an ongoing charge though, so just imagine it as a one-time fee to get the past years reported. The great thing about Boom is that your landlord does not need to be involved. Also, there's no credit check, so your credit will not incur a hard inquiry. Now, let's keep it moving with our next company, which is Stellar5. So in a nutshell, they are a company that helps you build credit with every bill that you pay. They also report these on-time payments to TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. With Stellar5, there is no credit check, no interest, nor is there a deposit that is required for you to become a member. So how this company actually works is by taking your existing bills to build credit. This can be things like utilities, streaming services, rent, and other bills that are paid on a recurring basis. So how this actually works is that first you would have to link your bank account that you normally use to pay your bills. You would then swap your current payment information with a Stellify bill paid card number. Whenever the due date comes for each bill, Stellify will see if your bank account balance is sufficient enough to cover the amount of the linked bill. If it is, then Stellify would pay for your bill. But at the same time, they would debit your linked bank account for the amount of the bill. So the only way this will actually help you report your rental payments is if your property manager or landlord has an electronic payment option. But even then, you may see value in this company if you wanted other bills reported to the credit bureaus. Now they currently only have two plans. One that costs almost $5 a month and another one that costs almost $10 a month. There's only a slight difference between the two. It really comes down to the limit that they are able to report. Since most people's rents are more than $500, you would most likely have to opt for a prime plan, which is closer to $10. Now let's keep it moving with our next company, which will be Level Credit. So this is a subsidiary of Self. If you guys are not familiar with the company Self, they are a company in the credit building space that offers credit builder loans. So with Level Credit, this is like a version of reporting bills to the credit bureaus. So the way this would work is by signing up and connecting your bank account. From there, they will look through your past transactions and they will allow you to select which payments can be reported to the credit bureaus. This can be your rent, cell phone, and utility payments. From there, this information will get reported. They also have a look back feature where it allows you to add your past payments up to 24 months. Now, with most credit building companies that report utilities or cell phone payments, they typically do not look at the past 24 months, but Level Credit allows you to do so. A drawback is that this is not free and they have a subscription that costs around $6.95 a month. And if you want them to look back at your previous 24 months, this will cost you a one-time fee of $49.95. Now moving on to our next company, which will be Extra Credit. This one is a little bit different compared to the other ones that we discussed already, since this is a credit product that gives you pretty much everything that you need to master your credit. They will provide you with 5 different services that will help you manage and build your credit. The first feature is Build It. This allows your rent, utilities, and other payments to be reported to the credit bureaus to help build credit. The next feature is Track It. This provides you with 28 FICO credit scores with all 3 credit bureau reports and credit monitoring. It is pretty great that they provide FICO credit scores, since most credit monitoring services only provide you with Vantage scores. Next is Guard It. They give you identity theft insurance up to $1 million and dark web monitoring. The next feature is Reward It. This gives you personalized credit offers based on your credit history. After you qualify for an offer, they split the reward with you. This can be as high as $2,500. And lastly, they have a feature called Restore It. You receive exclusive discounts on one of their partners for credit repair, which is $25 off of a credit repair program. All right, so all of these features are awesome, but how much is this gonna cost you? So they start off with a 7-day trial. After that, you'll be charged a monthly recurring fee of $24.99. So from a price standpoint, this is really not that bad compared to other credit monitoring services. With all of the features that this product gives you, it could be worth your while. Now let's keep it moving with our next company, which will be Rent Reporters. This company is pretty straightforward. They mainly just report your rental payment history to the credit bureaus, but let's talk more about how it actually works. First, you would have to register, then you would have to provide some basic information about you and the landlord, and from there, Rent Reporters verify your history. They can actually report up to 4 years of past rent payments, which is pretty unheard of. Most of the companies on the list only do a maximum of 2 years. They would then contact your landlord to verify your rental history. The downside with this company compared to others is that this one only reports to 2 credit bureaus, which is Equifax and TransUnion. So this could be a great combination with Experian Boost, since that one is free and reports to Experian. Now with all of the companies that I have listed, this one is probably the most expensive, because with either plan that you decide to pick, there is an initial sign-up fee of almost $95. If you decide to go on a monthly plan, it will cost you roughly around $10 a month, and if you decide to pay everything on an annual basis, it will come out to be around $8 a month. They do have a money-back guarantee of 7 days, but to be honest, I'm really not sure if this will be quick enough for you to get the results that you want, but this is something that they do offer. Now, I want to turn it over to you. Which one of these companies from today's video are you gonna try first? Are you gonna go for the free option like Built or Experian, or want something a little bit more robust like Extra Credit? Let me know in the comments. If you guys wanna hang out with me some more and learn more about credit, come check out these videos over here.